We've just got a couple little housekeeping things to do here, and then we will get started. So, one moment, please. Aha, there it is, EB. Exactly like I thought it might be.
So is this live.coasterradio.com?
Yes, it will be in about 15 seconds. Or at least I think it will be. Let's see.
But it's also at YouTube. Is that right?
Yes, the YouTube is just going to go direct. There we go. If YouTube would give me the link. Where's the link, YouTube? They don't make it easy, EB. They should just make it easy like the old days. Let's see.
Welcome to our live show. Oh, there we are. Okay.
Yep, I just got to
But
find.
now I have to get the right camera because this is the wrong camera.
Are you on the wrong camera?
Well, this is the laptop camera, but that's not the best camera.
Oh, no, you don't want that one. That's all right.
I mean, it's not bad. But it's not seeing the other camera. Oh, that's a big delay too. I mean,
Yeah, it's a
fine.
long delay. So as we do the.
I mean, I guess it's fine.
Perfect. All right, there we go. Looking good. All right, everybody. We're just going to see as the crowd comes in here. Good to see everybody. We're going to give everybody time. And let me send out on our app here.
Game.coasterradio.com.
That's right.
Right?
That's right. And so everybody who's watching on the live look-in should see the website. If you have gotten here to live.coasterradio.com, you're halfway to the goal of participating in tonight's game show. But then on your smartphone, you're going to want to go to game.coasterradio.com. So we're going to give everybody a little bit of time here to get settled. EB, an interesting thing, I'll talk about this during the show, but anybody who subscribes to our newsletter, our email newsletter, got a hint on one of the questions today.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So that's something that if you're hanging around waiting for the show to start here and you have not subscribed to our newsletter, you can do that from the contact page at coasterradio.com. So yes, hopefully everybody's going to remember here. While we're waiting, I'll put out a tweet about this too. All right. Matt, tell me, I'm looking in the chat room here. People are saying the live look-in link didn't work. Fortunately, the Discord group found it. Is that not working? If you go to live.coasterradio.com,
That worked for me.
I'm seeing us. When I go to live.coasterradio.com, I'm seeing us there. Hopefully, everybody else will too. Another interesting thing too, EB, is when you go to watch our webcast, you're actually going to see graphics. Remember a long time ago we asked Riverside to take care of that? They did it.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see our names are up.
Yeah, and the game.coasterradio.com. You should see that too.
Cool.
So we're going to give this a little more time here. I'm seeing people log into the game. So here, basically, if you were watching us on the webcast, you got to go to your smartphone or your computer. You can have a separate window open and go to game.coasterradio.com. Enter your name there. And once we get a good number of players here, we'll start going. But we want to make sure that everybody has a chance to jump in and do this. Yeah, if you are trying to get in at live.coasteradio.com, well, I guess if you're watching this, you already have, but you might want to refresh the page. I think that's one of the problems. Riverside was supposed to give us a new link, and I was supposed to refresh that, but it only allowed us to do it right here. So we're going to give everybody a little bit of time. That's the one bummer about EB doing Riverside is they don't let you generate a link ahead of time.
Only
So
when
like,
you launch it.
yeah, only when you launch it, which doesn't help everybody who's sitting around waiting. Yeah, in a little bit, we'll talk about the rules of the game and all that good stuff too. Yeah, there's got to be a better way. There's got to be a better way to do it with Riverside. I'm gonna check into that and see. Now, the interesting thing is there are more people watching right now than are playing. So you want to make sure that you head to game.coasteradio.com. Hope everybody's having a good Wednesday night. Also, a lot of shifting around of things too. I mean, I can't remember what show we were supposed to be doing this week. Was this supposed to be the Epic Universe show? But like the guests had a bunch of conflicts, so we shifted that around. Next week was supposed to be the anniversary show. We had to shift that around. So the schedule is going to be the Ultimate tonight,
Mm-hmm.
Epic Universe next week, and then the anniversary show. Is that right?
I think that's right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, Matt. The one problem is Matt saying, like, why don't you post the YouTube link? The problem with that is that Riverside does not allow us to generate the YouTube link that they will use until we go live, which helps no one. So that's why I quickly had to go into the website backend and add it in to live.coasteradio.com.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have to figure out something, EB. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do that better. I'm gonna think about it this week.
Well, you'd think when 9 o'clock rolls around, people would just refresh it and go back to it.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to tell everybody like you've got to refresh. Make sure you refresh the browser. Now we sent an email out to the email list, which is hundreds of people. So I don't know. You know what I think we need to do for the ultimate EB is tell people what the prize is. I think that will get people coming.
Oh, remind everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I don't even know if we decided what the prize was yet, but I had an
I
idea.
think
But
we kept it like vague.
yeah, vague.
It's
So
going to
people are
be
like,
wonderful and big and
yeah,
park tickets and swag and
yeah,
prize closet. I don't know.
yeah. We got to figure that out. Hang, I'm going to put it on Facebook here too, real quick. Because if we're going to go to all this trouble, might as well have a big crowd, right?
This should be in person at a meetup event. That's what
That's right. That's
that's
right.
what we should have done. That's how you guarantee 100 people.
So something else for everybody to know who's going to be playing this here. You as you watch the webcast, it's delayed. It's delayed by like 20 seconds or so. So what you are going to want to do um, is make sure you're looking at your phone first. The question is going to show up on your phone before you hear me and EB say it. So don't listen to the webcast as you're playing. Look at your phone first, and that way you're not going to lose points. People always did that last year, EB. They would like be watching the webcast, and then the game would start on the phone 20 seconds earlier,
Right.
and they would miss out. So all right, how about we give it? Do you want to give it 5 more minutes and then we'll go, or do you think we've got everybody who's coming?
Oh, we could go now. I think people are ready.
Yeah, we don't have as big a crowd as we normally do, but we also, shifted times around a little bit, so that's all right. In the end, it doesn't matter for the podcast at all. And you got to give credit to the people who are here, right? If they're here, they deserve a better chance.
They got better odds now.
Yeah. All right, let's give it a minute or two more because I just put it on Instagram. I mean, Facebook. All right, I say we go.
All
What do you
right,
say?
I'm ready.
Great. Do you want to pick it up as if we're coming out of the break, just so it's all together?
Um, yeah, you want to do the mailbag and the trip reports, the whole thing?
Oh, I wasn't thinking that far, but I was thinking we could just get right to the game. Oh, because we have to do mailbag too. I didn't see that in the thing. Sorry. Oh, my
All right,
bad. Let's then just do
out of the trip reports.
out of the trip reports going right into the ultimate then.
Okay, great,
Yeah, and then that way, if people want to drop off after that, they can, and we'll just go back and do everything.
great.
So,
Yeah, just the game.
all right, here we go then. Stand by. We're ready. By the way, everybody, how is audio tonight? Are we more even? I'm assuming we're more even tonight.
Are we even? Do we sound good?
Yeah. Do we?
That's
Do
the
we sound?
question we want to
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Our audio levels even? Just give us that feedback real quick, and then we will go. Amen. This is always the thing I hate, EB, when we do a live webcast to like delay, but sometimes you have to. And a few more players came in while we delayed. That's good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, great.
All right, cool. Let's do it to it. I'll keep the game thing up there for a bit. All right, gang. Let's do it to it. Here we go. Okay, EB, for the 20th anniversary, we're trying some big things this year. We're working on interviews behind the scenes. We're working on big panel shows, working on the meetups. Heck, I don't know. There might even be some other surprises that we have. I mean, we've got the big anniversary show coming up in a few weeks. But one of the things that we really tried to do was to create a game show that is worthy of this year long celebration. And I think we have done it.
That's right, Mike. It's the ultimate. Now we were just talking about the various ways that we like interactivity from the audience. This is the best because this is live right now, live.coasterradio.com on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. At game.coasterradio.com is where you can play the game. This is going to be what did we decide, Mike? A quarterly qualifying round over
Yes,
the season 20 of coasterradio.com, ending up with a championship at the end of this calendar year. Is
that's
that
right.
how we're doing it? So this is the second of the quarterly qualifying rounds.
That's right. So pretty much every 2 months, and then once we get to December, we're going to have 5 winners who
Yes.
qualified for the big finale, and then they will come on the show live.
Oh, not quarterly. What is it when you have five?
Yeah, I don't know. That's a good question because, yeah,
Quantoli.
that's right. But yeah, every 2 months. So here we are with the second qualifying round. If you remember back in a couple months ago, I guess February or so, Tom from Louisville won the first qualifying round. So who is it going to be tonight? EB joining Tom from Louisville in that winner's circle.
Yes. Oh, the quintet, the quintet. Yes, yes, exactly. So yeah, Tom
Yes,
from Louisville, he won the first round. We've got a second round. We're gonna have four more rounds. This is gonna be so much fun. I love the ultimate. It is the ultimate challenge. Who is the biggest theme park and roller coaster fan? Who is the biggest coasterradio.com fan?
I love it. So are you ready, EB? Should we get started?
Yeah, I mean, this is it. This is what's happening. The quintile, the
Yeah, there you
quint.
go. There
We
you
have.
go.
I have no idea. So this is it. Live.coasterradio.com on Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern time, or game.coasterradio. That's actually where you're playing the game. We do have our listeners in the game right now, Mike. They're seeing it on screen. And if you go to YouTube and find the Coaster Radio YouTube channel, you can go back and watch us play this game in real time on YouTube. This is what's so much fun in season 20 is we've got the YouTube going, we've got the game going. Uh, okay, I'm ready. I'm in here. I'm in here as EB. I'm playing the game. It says right now, game will begin shortly at game.coasterradio.com.
Yeah, this is kind of the fun thing because I write the questions, so EB can actually play along with you guys.
I
And I always,
almost won last time.
that's right, you came close. You came close. Because here's the thing about the Ultimate. For this 20th anniversary, we created a game where not only do you have to know theme parks and thrill rides,
Yep.
you also have to know trivia about Coaster Radio. So at the end, whoever is crowned the Ultimate really knows everything there is to know about theme parks, thrill rides, and this show. It's a great achievement, I think, if you can win this game.
It's truly the ultimate. And the format of the game is tricky because are we playing the same format where you are going to put up the multiple choice questions in real time at live.coasterradio.com and you have to tap your answer because the points decrease
Yes,
as
yes.
time goes on, as the timer counts out. It's the most stressful, upsetting, frustrating
Oh
game
yeah.
in all of podcasting. It's the
Oh yeah.
ultimate at coasterradio.com.
Yeah, and let me go through some of those rules. So questions 1 or 2 are worth 100 points.
Oh no,
The
the point
next,
system.
yeah, the next two are worth 250. The next two worth 500. The two after that worth 750. But
Oh my
then
gosh.
once you get to questions 9 and 10, you actually have to wager points after you hear the
Yes.
topic of the question. So that's where it gets really nuts at the end. You have to have a lot of strategy. You have to kind of think about whether you know what the topic of the question is. It's a lot to think of. It's an extremely stressful game, and that's why whoever wins this at the end truly is the ultimate.
This is the longest episode of Coaster Radio this year, Mike. We better get going.
Yes, let's do it. Let's start our game. All right, now everybody remember, I'm gonna pause here for a second while we're gonna put the sound effect in. Remember to look at your phones first. Don't look at the webcast. You got to be playing on your phone first. I'm gonna wait 10 or 15 seconds and then we're gonna go.
Yeah,
But
game.coasterradio.com, not the live feed, but go to game.coasterradio. That's where you really need to be playing. And fastest finger is really important here.
yeah, and make sure you're looking at your phone because it's gonna pop up there before you hear me and EB say it. Okay, so that's very important. So here we go. Stand by. I'm just gonna start the game here.
Mm-hmm.
All right, ready? Here we go. Here we go, everybody. Stand by. All right, EB, here we go. Question number 1. Which park has the second most roller coasters in the United States? Is it A, Kings Island, B, Cedar Point, C, Six Flags Magic Mountain, or D, Six Flags Great America?
Fastest finger counts. I picked my answer before you even finished reading them all, Mike. We have 25 seconds to answer as the points are counting down. You lose points the longer you wait. Which park has the second most roller coasters in the United States? I guessed Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Oh, interesting.
I just
Interesting.
guessed.
Yeah.
It's Cedar Point or Six Flags. I'm surprised that we don't have Canada's Wonderland up here.
Oh, yeah. That's another one, too,
Is
that's
that
high
number
up
one?
there. That is high up there. One of these is
Well, it's
number
not United
one.
States until, give it 6 months,
Yeah,
51st.
that's true. That's true. Well, one of these on the screen is number one. One of these is number two. Actually, one is number three and one is number four. Let's see what the audience voted here. And it looks like 70% of the audience going with
Oh,
B, Cedar
no.
Point, as number
Nope.
two.
Okay.
The next biggest answer, Six Flags Magic Mountain.
That was my guess.
Yeah, actually, let's find out what the answer is. It is yes, B,
Dang
Cedar
it.
Point. That is it because, yes, Six Flags Magic Mountain currently has the most number of roller coasters in the U.S., followed by Cedar Point. And let's find out how the leaderboard looks so far. Ethan in first place, followed by Bella, then followed by Alex. So there's where we start right now. Where are
All
you on the
right.
list, EB? Oh, you're down
I'm
to number
I'm I'm
16.
I'm way down here, I'm sure, because I got it wrong, but I did answer quickly. I don't know if that counts, but the early questions are worth fewer points. Mike, let's move on. I'm ready. Let's play.
Yes, here we go. Question number
Round 2,
two
the ultimate.
of the ultimate. Question number two. At what park did Mike and EB broadcast from a bar? Was it A, King's Dominion,
Got it.
B, Dollywood, C, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, or D, Knoebels? All parks that we have done shows from before.
I clicked it quick. I got 92 points out of 100 here, Mike.
Yeah,
Because you got to click these quick.
Yeah, that's right. I listened to this episode driving into work today because I've gone back through some old meetups trying to listen and hear what we did. So it's very interesting. And time is up. Let's see how people voted. Did they remember?
Oh, they did.
Oh, 76% saying Busch Gardens,
Yep.
Williamsburg. They remember that, EB. That is the correct answer. We broadcast from Grogan's Pub at that meetup. So let's see if the leaderboard changed. Ethan dropped down to number two. Justin is at number one. And John Brown in third place. And so there you go. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you can see where everybody is.
Yeah,
Still
and this is
kind
where
of tight.
yeah, speed counts because Justin and Ethan both got both questions right so far, but Justin was a little bit quicker with his answer. So let's go on. Mike, ultimate question number 3.
What year was the Italian attraction design company Zamperla formed?
Oh no.
Was it A, 1956, B, 1966,
Ugh.
C, 1976, or D, 1986? And I'll tell you what, EB, if you were subscribed to the Coaster Radio email newsletter, you got a hint of this morning as it got sent out.
I did get the email newsletter, but I didn't read it, Mike.
Should have read it, man.
I should have because I think I got this one wrong. If maybe I could have asked Alexa, and she might have told me the correct answer.
Yes.
But
Well,
I think I
that's
got
the
this one
thing.
wrong.
You've got 30 seconds for this, and that's not enough time to research it. So that's what I like about this game. Let's see what people put. 68% saying 1966.
Yes.
Followed by 1976 was the second answer. The correct answer was 1966. So I wonder if people actually did read the newsletter.
The loyal listeners are here at Live.Coaster Radio right now.
Yeah, I love it. So here's the rankings. John Brown moving into first place. Keaton coming out of nowhere at second, tied with Dale from Dayton for second.
Okay, good. Ethan's still up there too.
A lot of people playing. This is a lot of fun. I like this because this is truly live. This is truly interactive.
I got it
wrong. The stuff we love doing here at Coaster Radio. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. You ready for question number 4?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's do it. Question number 4. What politician made an appearance on Coaster Radio?
Real life, not made up.
Yes. Was it A, the mayor of Cape Town, South Africa? B, the mayor of Vienna, Austria? C, the mayor of Branson, Missouri? Or D, the mayor of Main Street, USA?
I love that the ultimate is a test of Coaster Radio longtime listenership. Yes. Because this is an old school answer, Mike, and I do remember this one. Yeah, this is like season 1, season 2?
Season 2. I don't mind saying it now that the time has elapsed. It was season 2. You'd have to go all the way back to hear this. I'm curious if people know this one because here we are at question 4. The questions get harder as we go because the points are worth more. That one
and the points go and the point value goes up. Yeah.
Yes. So let's see what people said here.
Yes.
64% of the audience saying the mayor of Branson, Missouri,
Wrong.
followed by the mayor of Main Street, USA, followed by the mayor of Cape Town, then the mayor of Vienna. Let's see what the correct answer was. It was the mayor of Cape Town, South Africa, EB.
Yeah,
That
it
was the
was.
answer there. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. So let's see what people said. Now, Alex Payne is in first place. Andrew is in second place, followed
I'm
by
moving up.
Dale in third place. So that, if you remember, that was at Six Flags Over Georgia. The mayor of Cape Town happened to be visiting.
Just happened to be visiting. We
Yeah.
bumped into him.
Yeah. And he walked over to where we were doing the podcast, and he came on the show.
Hello, it's a wonderful. It was awesome. Go back and find that episode. It's season 2, right?
Yeah, it's a great moment because Flava is interviewing him and talking to him, just thinking he's some random tourist from South Africa, and he's like, "Well, you know, I was the mayor there."
I'm the mayor.
So it's just so random and weird, but it was great. It was
All right, I moved up to 12th place, Mike. I'm cruising here. Point
Cruising
value
up.
continues to increase. The stakes are higher. It is the ultimate here,
Yes.
Coaster Radio.
I love it. Let's go to question number 5. According to RCDB,
Oh, no.
how many coasters by Intamin have been built or under construction? This is similar to a question we had
Worth
previously.
500 points.
Yes, here we go. Was it A, 149,
Oh, I have no idea.
B, 169, C, 189, or D, 209?
When in doubt, guess C. I don't know. I think that's what I got advice back in the SATs.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So this is way more than B&M, by the way. This is a similar question that we had on the first round where we asked it about B&M, but all of these numbers more. Time is up. I mean, is this one that you guess, or do you take an educated guess on this? I guess
This is a total guess from me, and it's going to pay off because I'm going to get it right.
Yeah,
Confidence
here
is
we go.
high.
Yeah. So kind of in the middle. Look at that. 41% saying 189. 36% saying 169. The correct answer was C, 189. So 41%
Total guess. Got
of
it.
the audience getting that correct. Let's see
I'm
how
gonna
that
go up.
changes the leaderboards here.
Number
Alex
6.
Payne in first place, Biney in second place, and Ethan hanging in there at third place.
Yeah, Dale's still in there too, and EB up to 6th place. I'm going to take
you're
this one,
moving
Mike.
up.
I'm going to take this one. Here we go.
What do we do if you
Big
win?
money, big money.
I don't even know what happens if you win. Do we take the second place person? And
The
push them
podcast
through?
ends.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe
the
that's
end of the
exactly what we
podcast.
do. Yeah, that might be what we have to do. All right, let's go to question number 6 here on the Ultimate. What was the name of the How I
Oh, I
Met
got
Your
this one.
Mother episode featuring Mike and EB as background actors? Was it A, Now We're Even, B, The Best Man, C, Trilogy Time, or D, The Magician's Code?
I like these names. Are these real names of episodes, or did you make these names up?
These are all real names of episodes, all from season 7 where we were in that year. Yes.
Okay. Those are good names of episodes, but yeah, I definitely know this one. So,
Yes.
Mike, thank you for throwing this one my way.
Throw a little bone to you, BB. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'm going to move up in the rankings now. And this is
Yeah.
a high point value question, 500 points here. What question are we on? 6. And
Yeah.
we're 500 point value.
Yeah.
Let's
So
see
let's
here.
see. Let's see what people said.
Who's
let's
the
see.
ultimate fan of Coaster Radio?
Yeah, 59% saying Now We're Even,
Mhm.
followed by 23% saying The Best Man, followed by
Mhm.
18% saying The Magician's Code.
Mhm.
Nobody said Trilogy Time. I guess they thought that sounded like a fake answer or something. So let's see what the correct answer was. It was indeed A, Now We're Even. And let's see what the rankings here. Alex still in first place, followed by Ethan in second place. And look who has moved to third. EB, you were in third place.
Fastest finger, Mike.
That's right. That's right.
The fastest finger is the way to go.
Now,
That's
let's
right.
take a look at this. We should talk about the point values here because
Mhm.
Alex has 1434.
Yep.
Ethan has 1272. And EB, you've got 1188. So, as these point
That's
values
still a
here,
big spread.
it's a big spread, but the point values are getting bigger. One fastest finger on there could, leap somebody to number 1. Even some of these people who are like, in the top 10, top 15, I think.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, keep playing, everybody.
Yeah. So here we go. Question number 7 here at the Ultimate. In what city was roller coaster designer Herbert Schmeck born?
What?
I know this sounds tough, but look at the answers and try to noodle it through.
Schmeckville?
Schmeckville. He's from Schmeckville.
Herbert Town?
Herbert Schmeck. did a lot of great wooden roller coasters. So, which place was he born? Was it A, Chicago, Illinois,
I don't.
B, Cleveland, Ohio, C, Albany, New York, or D, Reading, Pennsylvania?
Again, I'm just going fastest finger on here because just be fast and maybe you'll end up okay.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you got to do, right? This is a hard one. I got to admit, but maybe somebody's a roller coaster
I mean,
historian out there. Who knows?
this must have been in a Coaster Radio episode, or is this just coaster trivia in
This is
general? You got
just
to know.
coaster trivia. As we get up into the higher ones, it's always difficult.
Question 7.
That's a
In
hard
what
one.
city was roller coaster designer Herbert Schmeck born? I guessed Cleveland, Mike.
Yeah. Well, let's see what a lot of people said here. Oh, look, it's kind of
Okay.
across
Yeah, nobody
the
knew.
spectrum.
Nobody
Yeah,
knew.
nobody knew. So, what, 36% saying, is it Reading, Pennsylvania? Did I say Reading, Pennsylvania? 32% saying Cleveland and 27% saying Albany. The correct answer, Reading, Pennsylvania.
Oof.
And wasn't he involved with Philadelphia Toboggan Company? That's why I thought maybe people would go ahead and figure that one out. But
Nope.
yeah, I don't know how this changes things. Ethan in
A
first
lot.
place. Skadizzle coming in out of nowhere.
Oh my
in
gosh,
second
Ethan's
place.
just crushing this.
Yeah, and Big K Gizzle coming
Alex
in
still with
third.
it.
Yeah. So look at this. So yeah, Ethan is just kind of cruising ahead. He's got 1,987 points. Skadizzle with 1,824.
Mm-hmm.
Big K Gizzle at 1,436. Well, you're still up there, EB. You're at number 8. That's not bad.
No, and the point values keep going up, Mike. Here we go. Let's go.
Yeah, so
Next question.
question number 8. This is the last one before we start wagering. So let's see what we have for question number 8. What Kennywood roller coaster did the Coaster Radio team marathon for charity?
Oh, I was not on this.
Was it A, Exterminator, B, The Racer, C, Thunderbolt, or D, Phantom's Revenge?
Well, I know it was a wooden coaster. It was not
Yeah.
not Exterminator, not Phantom's Revenge. I don't think it was Thunderbolt.
Oh,
I'm
did
going
you do a fastest finger?
I did. I picked Racer right away. So this is is this an 800 point question? I think, Mike, or a 700 point question?
750.
750
yep.
points.
Yes, time is up. And you remember this was for like one of the very early.
And who was on this? Not me. It was you and Mike, wasn't it?
It was me and Flava and Mario. Went up for that. And when it was the Coaster Crew, when Clint Novak was involved with the Coaster Crew, they did a single rider marathon, and we went up there and had a team and raised money. This was when we were not podcasting, by the way. This was in between seasons, or in between like versions of Coaster Radio. So,
oh yeah, season 3 and 4. Yep.
Yeah. So let's see what people said. 48% saying The Racer, 35% saying Thunderbolt, 17% saying Phantom's Revenge. Nobody saying The Exterminator because they figured that's not a good ride to marathon.
No.
The correct answer, you got it, EB. 48% saying The Racer.
Right.
And you were among that 48. Did that move you up? Let's see. Skadizzle in first place with 2,505 points. Big K Gizzle at 2,126. Alex Payne at 2,062. Where are you though, EB? Are you? I'm
7th place right now, Mike.
Okay.
So this is important because as we move into the last 2 questions here for the ultimate round 2 of the 20th season of Coaster Radio, this is the wagering rounds.
Yes.
So you can bet your points. There's some strategy here, and you have 2 rounds of betting. So do you play it safe or do you risk it all? This is tough.
Oh,
now
yeah.
I'm way down here. The leader Skadizzle, 2,500 points. I'm way down here at 1,800. So will Skadizzle get it wrong and I'll get it right? Do I bet 700? Do I bet more?
Now here's the other thing. I remember when you played this game last time.
Everybody all in. Yeah. Everybody all in.
Well, you bet everything, but then didn't answer. And did you get to keep your points because you didn't answer? I can't remember how that worked.
The result was nothing, I think. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So it's something to think about. Like if you bet and you're like, I have no idea what this is, maybe you don't want to wager those points.
And just have it be 0.
Yeah. Or maybe you need them and there's no way to catch some of these, top point leaders without doing it. So it's very interesting. But Evie, what we do is we let you know the topic of the question before we give it to you. So you can think about that topic and then think about how many points to wager. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's say one other thing. The way the question is going to be formatted, you're going to get 4 answers and you're going to have to put them in order based on what we asked with the question.
You have to drag them around. So instead of tapping on the right answer, you actually have to touch and drag the answer into order 1 through 4 or whatever ranking it has to be. So you do have to actually move things around and
Right.
submit your answer. Tap submit before time runs out. I think that's what happened to me last time.
Yes, yes. So let's go ahead and do that right now by
Oh my
taking
gosh,
a
I'm so
look at.
stressed out.
I know it's a stressful game, man. It's stressful. And this, it should be for a game called The Ultimate. Let's take a look at question number 9 and see what the category is. The category is golden ticket winners. Go ahead and wager how many points for golden ticket winners.
All in.
You're going
All
all in,
in.
EB. There we go. All right. All right. I like this. This is good. Because you got to think golden ticket winners, they have best steel roller coasters, best wooden roller coasters, best parks. Sometimes for shows, there's a lot of things. But remember, you're going to be
USA
putting,
Today top 10 best,
yeah,
Mike.
yeah, it's not the
That's what
USA
I'm
Today
betting
one.
on.
This is the golden ticket one. So there we go. Here it is. Put these
Rank them.
2024.
Move them around. You have to slide them around with your finger.
That's
Here we
right.
go.
The 2024 golden ticket best roller coaster winners in order, starting with number 1. And here they are: Jurassic World Velocicoaster, Fury 325, Steel Vengeance, and Millennium Force. What was number 1, 2, 3, and 4? You got to put them in that order. And here we go. Time ticking down.
I already submitted. Too late. I
Can
submitted,
you get it back, though?
but then I was like, oh, wait, maybe I want to switch those. Too late.
Yeah, that's all right. 10 seconds, though. Can you get it back, or once you submit, are you done?
I'm done. I submitted, Mike.
Oh, there
I
we
want
go.
to swap Jurassic World and Fury, though. But I'm sticking with it.
Time is up. Time is up. Let's see what happens. So we're going to see what most people voted, and then we'll see the correct answer.
I wagered all of my points.
Larry, all right. Most people said Fury 325, Jurassic World Velocicoaster, Steel Vengeance, and Millennium Force.
Like, you put it in the right order. Let's go.
That was the top voted order, and that was indeed the correct answer. 16% of the audience getting it right. Fury, Velocicoaster, Steel Vengeance, and Millennium Force. What does this mean for the rankings? Ethan J. moving to the first position at 3,487 points, followed by Alex at 3,093, and Dale from Dayton right there with 1,915 points.
If you scroll all the way down the page of the rankings, Mike, you'll find me and a whole bunch of other listeners that bet it all and got it wrong, and we're at 0. And again, live.coaster radio, you can watch this live on Wednesday nights, or if you're listening to this later, go to the YouTube channel and you can see all of this live. You can see my disappointment. You can see my face. You can see the graphics that are displaying all of these rankings and points. You can see my shame and see Ethan's delight in real time here, Mike, at live.coasterradio.com.
All right. Well, now that you're out of it, EB, you can.
I'm not out of it, Mike. Oh, am I out?
You're out.
I should have saved like this is like Jeopardy rules. I should have saved $1.
Yeah, right. Yeah, so now you can take a look at me and purely.
I can't vote. I can't bet anything now.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so you can just be a color commentator now and take a look at this. So what would you do if you were Ethan? He's got 3,487 points. Alex is right behind him at 3,093 points. What do you do? Do you like be aggressive? Or I guess it just depends on
given
what
the category, though, right?
Yeah,
aren't you giving the topic?
Yeah, we can do that right now and see what happens. But I'm really curious. There's still a lot of people who could win this and pull this off. So let's see what the topic is for question number 10. And remember, you'll get 30 seconds to make your wager. The hint is the Joint Chiefs.
The Joint Chiefs.
How much do you know about the original cast of Coaster Radio from season 1 and 2?
All right, now keep in mind here, this is one of 5 qualifying rounds of the Ultimate, a season-long game show here at Coaster Radio.
Yeah.
You will be joining Tom from Louisville, who won the first round. Whoever wins tonight will join Tom as one of those qualifiers coming back to Coaster Radio at the end of season 20 to play the final round of the Ultimate to crown the #1 Ultimate fan of theme parks and roller coasters and coasterradio.com. So what's it going to be? Are you betting it all? Who are you? Are you the Ultimate?
Yes.
Let's find out, Mike. Put these Coaster Radio hosts in order according to their age, starting with the oldest.
Here we go.
This is the question.
Is it EB? Is it Mario, Mike, or Greg? Those are the 4. Put them in order, starting with the oldest, going all the way down to the youngest.
The Joint Chiefs.
Yes.
I bet 0 points on this one.
That's right. That's
but I
right.
think I'll get
And
it right.
this is a hard one. You might not get that. This is a hard, like, I don't know how the audience would know this. I don't think we've ever talked about our ages, but I guess you just have to look and guess. But there's definitely an oldest, there's definitely a youngest, and there it is. Time is up. Let's see what people said. I'm curious to see what the results are here. And it says Mike, Greg, Mario, and EB. That's what everybody says are oldest to youngest.
That's the top. Okay.
Yeah, that's the top answer received.
And it
But
is.
yeah, here is the correct answer, though. It's different. It's Mario is the oldest, followed by me, followed by you, EB, and followed by Greg. Those are the correct answers. Nobody got it correct, though.
Oh
I'm
my
looking at
gosh!
it.
But it's going to come
Everyone
down to
missed.
wagers.
Yes. Did the top people wager a lot? Did they
This is
wager nothing?
incredible.
Oh my gosh! No
What a
one got that
development of
answer.
the ultimate round 2. Let's see
Yes.
the results here.
Here we go. The results are, oh, here come the winners, EB. Here they
Nobody
are.
thought Mario was the winner. Was the oldest. And I love this here. If you're watching the game show, you see little clapping hands
Yes, the
and a
archivist.
gigantic. Oh, the archivist.
Third place, Dale in second place, but who is in first place, EB? This is pretty exciting. Here we go. It is Dale from Dayton with 1,915 points, EB. This is fantastic. There he
And
is.
we watched this all happen together, live.coasterradio.com. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Dale from Dayton, you have won the ultimate round 2. You'll be back at the end of Coaster Radio's 20th season to play the final round of the ultimate. Mike, the prize for the ultimate, we have no idea, but it's going to be
We're still
amazing.
figuring that out. We're still figuring. But to me, I don't even think the prizes matter. I think the fact that you have all of this crowning glory is really what matters. Like, if you can get to the end of the season and you can beat out all these people and then beat out the final 5 champions, man, I'd say that's worth it. That's worth it.
This is
makes you the
incredible. So,
ultimate. Yeah.
Dale, you are the ultimate round 2 qualifying champion. Here, the second round of 5. Incredible. Congratulations, Dale.
Very nice. All right, and that'll get us out of it. So, good job, everybody. Very nice. That was fun, huh?
I'm not even on the list. Okay, wow.
You're
That's
way
fine.
down, but
I'm way down there.
you had
That's
the
fine.
balls to, like,
That's fine. I made the big bet. That's fine.
yeah,
That's fine.
That's all right. My question is Dale from Dayton and second Dale 2 different people, or was Dale playing on 2
Dale's
computers?
playing on 2 phones. I love that strategy. He's like those the like farms where you see the people that have all of the screens and they're just tapping away.
Right. Yeah, because there's nothing. We did not say you couldn't do that.
Sure,
So,
why not?
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess.
why not? Yeah. I love it. All right, guys. So we are going to re-rack and start the top of the show here. So thank you so much. If you want to hang out and watch us record, you're welcome to. But we are going to start here. So let me stop sharing.
Yeah, Nathan, I'm with you. I bet poorly. A lot of it comes down to the wager, I think, at the very end, Jeopardy style, and I did not strategize correctly.
That's hard.
That's why we're doing 5 rounds. You can learn from your mistakes.
That's right. All right, are you ready to start at the top here? Okay. Let me get all my stuff up and running. And here we go. Okay, stand by. Move down my camera a bit. Hi, everybody, and welcome to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike. I'm here with my friend EB, and we are ready to talk theme parks and thrill rides.
That's right, Mike. We are just about to approach the 20th anniversary episode of Coaster Radio, and we're going to play in the second half of the show the ultimate game show on Coaster Radio. It's a season-long event that we're doing, Mike, and it's coming up in the second half of the show. I'm so excited.
Yeah, over the 20 years here at Coaster Radio, we've done a lot of segments that are recurring, Coaster Damas and listener question shows and fireworks on the 4th of July. But I love the game shows. I love playing game shows. I like it when we can do it live too with a bunch of listeners. And that's the cool part about the Ultimate. We have this software that we can use where people can watch us as we record every Wednesday night at live.coasterradio.com. Then they can get on their smartphone and play along with the game. And you can see like these fancy graphics on the screen in real time. So, another thing we're doing here at season 20 is putting all of our episodes on YouTube.
Yep.
So, if you missed it, go ahead and go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Coaster Radio. You can see all of our podcast episodes there, including exactly what we are saying right now. You can see us recording the show. But it's fun to see that game. And hopefully, if you didn't get a chance to do it this time around, you'll get a chance to do it in 2 months from now when we are basically doing this 5 times during the season. And then in December, we'll have all 5 of those winners join us on the show live to have one final round of the Ultimate, where
Yeah.
we actually hear from them. Though I think that's going to be fun, actually hearing their voices and hearing the stress levels, EB, because it's a stressful game that we play. It sure is.
It really is. So you're going to find out as we go along here. Obviously, if you're listening right now, it's too late. The game's already done.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
like Mike is saying, in a couple of months, we're going to bring back round 3 of the Ultimate. Tonight, it's round 2 in the second half of the show. Round 3 is going to be coming, and you should be here, live.coasterradio.com, to play the game with us. Watch it tonight. Listen tonight. Go to YouTube. Watch it. See how it goes. You'll be prepared. It's complicated.
Yeah.
It's fun. And like Mike said, it's super stressful, but it's all about finding these qualifiers to come back at the end of this calendar year, at the end of season 20 of Coaster Radio for the Ultimate. Who is the ultimate theme park fan? Who is the ultimate fan of Coaster Radio?
Yeah. So that's coming up in the second half of the show.
Yeah.
But man, we've got some fun stuff coming up for the rest of the show. Lots of great things to talk about. We've got a mailbag, we've got trip reports, lots of fun news to talk about too. Like this season is not disappointing in terms of exciting things happening.
No, let's start things off here, Mike, with our first drop.
Oh yeah. Now I almost didn't make this the first drop because you and I always kind of like roll our eyes at top 10 lists. But I also kind of like looking at the top 10 lists that different companies put out because I like to scrutinize them.
This is the best and worst of all top 10 lists because I think it is the top 10 list that everybody, the companies that end up on this top 10 list, they love to talk about how they got on the top 10 list.
Yes.
It is the USA Today 10 best list.
Yeah.
And Mike, it gets so specific. It's like the top 10 best mini golf courses that have ice cream stands.
Right. Yeah.
And Silver Dollar City is the faraway winner this time around for the 10 best. Is that right? Are we going to talk about both the roller coaster, top 10 best roller coaster, and top 10 best park?
Yeah, I figure we could do that and then see if we agree. And so, do you want to start with theme parks?
We never do.
I know we can.
But okay, let's do it.
And to talk about how this works first, I guess, is important because I know that they have a list of people always at the bottom that are kind of their expert panel, but I don't think the panel decides.
I don't think the panel ever includes us.
Yeah,
is what I think.
That's true.
Just saying.
Yeah, USA Today has never asked us to do it, but the people that they do ask, I guess, make recommendations on maybe who should be nominated,
and then it's just a dumb internet vote.
Yeah, and then from there it's an internet vote. But I've always thought that they've got a panel, and I've heard of some of these people here before, like our friend Taylor Bybee is on there, and Robert Niles is on there.
Great,
so
I guess. Okay, fine, whatever.
Yeah. So, but let's take a look and see, because the thing is, I think they might say, well, here's a bunch of nominees, but then it's up to the parks promoting people who vote, and sometimes that skews the vote. I've always thought that maybe it should be like 40% audience vote, and then give the panel a vote. Let that panel vote and see like where they put people,
and
like
sway it in the correct direction.
Yeah. So let's see how well everybody did here. This is the top 10 theme parks according to USA Today.
Parks. Okay, let's do parks first. Okay.
Yeah, at number 10, Kings Island.
Okay.
At number 9, Holiday World.
Yeah, okay.
Both number of these
deserve to be on their list.
Yeah, these are all good parks. Number 8, Hershey Park.
Okay.
Number 7, Busch Gardens, Williamsburg.
All right.
Number 6, Dollywood.
Okay.
Number
I I don't know.
Yeah.
I like that all these parks are on this list. I don't necessarily agree with the rankings so far.
I don't agree with the rankings, but I like all these parks. These are all parks that should be in a top 10.
Okay,
Number 5, Kennywood.
sure.
And this is where I start disagreeing because I think that Dollywood and Busch Gardens and Hershey, I think all of the parks that are above are better than Kennywood, in my opinion. In my opinion.
Okay.
Busch Gardens Tampa Bay comes in at number 4. That's good.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be a Coaster Radio list where we tell people that you're not allowed to include Universal or Disney.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Because
Yes.
Universal and Disney, spoiler alert, not in the top 3.
No.
Obviously, they
Yeah.
should be.
Yeah. Or they should say top 10 regional park. Well, SeaWorld Orlando at number 3,
Mhm,
Knoebels at number 2, and number
mhm.
1 Silver Dollar City.
I don't mind that. I don't mind that number 1.
I like that number 1. That's a good number 1.
I don't mind that at all.
Nope, I don't either.
Which one are you most upset about? Tampa?
I like Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. I was really impressed with that park. I would
Higher
put
than Busch Gardens Williamsburg?
uh ooh,
SeaWorld Orlando? I have not been to SeaWorld Orlando. I
SeaWorld
don't know.
Orlando is beautiful though. I know, like, take out the animals. Forget about the animals for a second, but the park itself is beautiful and has a pretty great roller coaster collection and ride collection in general. So I do like that. The weird one in there is Kennywood. I like Kennywood, but I don't think I would put it in top 5.
Yeah,
I'd put it maybe in top 10, but it's
that's
not better than Dollywood and Hershey Park and Holiday World and Kings Island.
yeah, somebody's just getting, like, really excited about the old wooden coasters.
Yeah.
Cedar
But
Point not on this list.
Cedar
Magic
Point, that's
Mountain is
weird. Cedar
not on
Point's
this
not on the
list.
list.
Canada's Wonderland is not on this list. Not USA, not
Yeah.
yet.
But I also think that, like, Cedar Point's PR team probably does not care about this at all, and so probably
No.
did not promote it at all, and therefore is not on the list.
This is ultimately a popularity contest,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Okay, fine.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's not a bad list though. That's a pretty good list. There's nothing on there
good
that's
parks
like,
on this list. I could see some parks getting off the top 10,
yeah,
and I can see some parks maybe getting into the top 10, but I don't mind any of these parks being on this list. And Silver Dollar City is number 1. That's fine.
yeah,
I'm fine with that.
yeah. All right, let's look at the top 10 roller coasters here.
Okay, we're gonna have some
This
problems
is
here.
yeah, I think so. So at number 10, the Voyage at Holiday World
That's fine, I guess.
should be on a top 10 list. I like that. Number 9, Wildcats Revenge at Hershey Park.
That does not make any sense. Continue.
That's maybe a top 30 or 40 coaster, but
No,
not a
that's
top 10.
that's mid.
Okay, here's one, Airy Force 1 at Fun Spot Atlanta. I'd
That's a
put
top
that in the
3.
top 10. Yeah,
That's a top 3 for me.
yeah.
Let's go.
Iron Gwazi at Busch Gardens Tampa. That's another one.
Same. Great
Yes,
one. Yep.
good one. Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City at number 6.
No.
It's a top 20 coaster, maybe top 25,
Really?
but not
Really? That's not even my top
maybe.
coaster at Silver Dollar City.
Yeah.
I mean, would you rather ride that or Powder Keg?
Oh, Powder Cake.
Right?
Yeah, but I did like Time Traveler. I thought it was cool. I'd have to go back and
Of
ride
course
it
it's
again.
cool. No,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's not cool, but
Yeah. Not a top 10 coaster.
no.
No. Nowhere near a top 10 coaster.
No.
Yeah. Number 5, Mako at SeaWorld Orlando.
That's dumb.
That's not a top 10 coaster.
Okay, I got problems with this list. Okay.
Yeah. Number 4, Ravine Flyer 2 at Waldemere.
Have not ridden it, but can't imagine that it is actually.
I mean, it's a good ride, but not top 10.
Right? I can't
right,
imagine this is actually top 10.
Yeah. Here's number 3. Cedar Point finally gets into one of these lists. Steel Vengeance, number 3.
Probably.
Okay.
Probably.
I like number 2, Phoenix at Knoebels. I will say that's a top 5 coaster. Phoenix
It's
is
up there.
fantastic.
It's
Yeah.
up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Deserves not number 2, but deserves to be on the
Not
list.
number 2, but it deserves to be.
What
up
is
there.
at number 1? That
I
is
know.
dumb.
Phantom's Revenge at Kennywood is the number 1 roller coaster according to USA Today 10 Best.
That's stupid.
It's
Sorry.
a good ride. I love it, but it's not. I mean, where's
not-
Fury? Where's Fury 325?
This is not in my top 10.
Where's
This
Velocicoaster?
is nobody's top 10.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Velocicoaster's not even on here.
Yeah.
Okay. USA Today, your top 10 list is really bad. The
that's
park's
bad.
better than the coasters. And Mike, I don't know if we need to dwell on this because I think the list speaks for itself. I think we can just move on to quick hits.
Yeah, let's do that.
Quick hits.
Why didn't Taylor Bybee protest? I mean, that's his name on this thing. Come on. Robert Niles should have protested.
Take my name off the list. I don't want to be
Yeah,
here anymore.
exactly. Exactly. So, yeah.
Right.
All right.
This is some fun stuff here on the Quick Hits, Mike. My TikTok has been flooded with
Oh,
Back to the Future fan night experience footage.
yes.
It has been so much.
I got to say, there are things that I see online and I have FOMO because
The
I
fear
would
of
have
missing
loved to have
out.
been there.
Okay.
I am completely bummed that this Back to the Future fan nights happened just a few days after I left California because after seeing footage of it and seeing what they did, this might have been my favorite theme park experience of all time to
Of all
to
time.
to be to be there and see what they did. Let's talk about this at Universal Studios Hollywood. They have these fan nights. What are they doing? Are they doing a Star Trek one, a Lord of the Rings one, or I don't know what else, but I know there's a Star Trek one, but I also know there's a Back to the Future one. And the Back to the Future one takes place on Courthouse Square, the actual real Courthouse Square where they shot Back to the Future. And it's amazing. They have recreated the 1950s look of Courthouse Square. They actually like built it all back up exactly as it was in the movies. They had a bunch of things that you could do there, like photo opportunities that you could take on the real set. But the thing that impressed me the most is they had actors portraying the
Mhm.
characters walking around and doing scenes in the actual spots. And they had a Biff, they had a Lorraine, they had a Marty, they had a Doc, and looked so much fun, man. It looked to be it seriously, it looked to be one of the most fun things I've ever seen a theme park take on.
Yeah, this is Universal Studios Hollywood, and there is a Star Trek, a Back to the Future, Dungeons and Dragons, One Piece, Justisu Kaisen? I don't know what this is,
Mhm.
an anime,
Mhm. Yeah.
Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and Super Nintendo World Fan Fest experience. I guess the Back to the Future one is the first one.
Yeah.
Mike, they do have the actual Courthouse Square as a backlot
Yeah.
set piece at Universal Hollywood. It's a working Hollywood movie studio. It's the same Courthouse Square that was in Gremlins, it was in so many movies, but yes, they've r- dressed it out as 1955 Hill Valley.
Yeah.
They have the Lion Estates on the outskirts.
Yes. Yeah.
They have the flame trails of the DeLorean with the spinning out of time license
Yes.
plate
Yep. Yep.
on the street. They
Mhm.
have, like you said, they have Biff, they have Lorraine, they have George, they have the Enchantment Under the Sea dance
Yes.
is
Yes.
actually happening where they sing the songs and Marty gets up and starts to play Earth
Yes.
Angel and
Yeah.
starts fading away as Lorraine and George are dancing.
Yeah.
The other guy cuts in. The fans that are in attendance start yelling at George, "Don't let him do that, George."
Oh.
Cut in. George throws the other guy aside, grabs Lorraine, gives her the big kiss. Marty jumps up and then plays Johnny Be Good.
And it all happens in front of
It's
you.
amazing, and it's
Oh.
happening in real time. It's incredible.
Oh my
This is
gosh.
it is like you said, Mike. We saw these things announced. We didn't know what to expect. Universal delivered with FanFest nights.
Yes, they knocked it out of the park. They had a Strickland walking around, Principal Strickland, like you name it. They had Einstein there, uh, Doc running around talking about the space time continuum. Like it, like
And fully interacting,
yes,
not with crowds and doing bits, but having individual conversations with people.
yes, yes.
That's what was so fun about
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Like they weren't performing on a stage and you couldn't do anything. Like they're walking through the crowds and Biff was yelling at people, calling them buttheads. George was like, I just don't know what to do. And he's talking to people. Like, how much fun, man.
Well, and
That
you're just watching, and then Marty bumps into Lorraine. It's like, Mom.
yeah.
Ugh.
Yes, exactly.
Well, I want to ask you about these actors because I've seen, I think I've seen two casts,
Yes.
and some of the actors are better than others. Like I've seen two different Martys, and one Marty is definitely better than the other.
Yeah.
One George is way better than the other George. I wanted to ask you, would you be disappointed if you were in attendance and one of the actors didn't meet your expectations? Because I did not like George 1, I liked George
Yes.
2.
Yes.
And I did not like Marty 1, I liked Marty 2. Like
Yeah.
there were some actors that were so much better than others
Yeah.
if I feel like it would take me out of it if they were too different.
I think so. I saw Lorraine that, like, was doing Leah Thompson dead on. Like, it was so
Yes.
scary, and I saw
Yes.
Doc that was dead on, and the Biff was pretty good too.
Uh-huh.
If I think that if I got there and it was, like, a bad imitation, it might take me out of it a little bit, but the fact that you were standing and experiencing all this where they shot it for real is
Uh-huh.
pretty amazing, and I think yes, I'd be a little bummed if like, oh, that's kind of a poor imitation, but still to be in that experience and to see all of that happening, where the movie was shot all those years ago is just kind of amazing.
Now
And
before
and a fantastic idea. Whoever's idea this was, uh, my hat's off to you, whoever that was. That's
Oh,
fantastic.
and you can charge whatever you want for this in the future.
Yes.
Going forward, like seeing this now, they
Yeah.
could double or triple the price, and
Oh
people are going
yeah.
to be like, "I want to
Yeah.
go."
Yeah.
Right,
This
knowing
is
what it is now, because we did not know what it was going to be. We were speculating here on the podcast: is this going to be dumb or is it going to be awesome? We know now it's awesome.
Yeah, and let me say this, you can't do this at Universal Orlando and it be the same thing.
No.
Like, if they try to recreate it and like, "Hey, we're gonna put up a fake court," it's not the same. The fact that it was done where the movie was shot and you can walk around and, like, take pictures in the same spot where Marty had his skateboards, like, that's the magic of it, man. It's like you said on last week's show, EB, like, where you could put a princess on at your local mall in the same outfit and and
Uh-huh.
and put her on Main Street, and which one is gonna work better? The
Yep.
one on Main Street. Yeah, you can't recreate this anywhere else, and I think that's the magic that they had of it.
Yeah,
So good.
absolutely. Now, talking about the characters though, Mike, did you see the Goldie, the Goldie Wilson character?
Yes, I did. Yes, yep, yep.
Ooh, I did not like that one. That was a bit problematic. He was a
Yes,
bit
yeah.
too Goldie Wilson.
Yeah. So
I gotta say that.
there's some things they might change a little bit, I think, but, yeah.
Yeah, he was too into his character. It was a bit too 1955.
Yeah, so
That was a bit not
yeah,
cool.
yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if little things changed here and there, but
Oh my gosh.
man, so cool. And just
It
like
was
that,
really great though.
and you could tell that the actors really
Oh,
studied the movie and got little nuances and, but like you said, EB, how cool is it that like they weren't just sticking to a script, they were ad-libbing with the crowds that were there, and that's what was fun. So,
oh yeah. I saw
yeah.
when like Marty came in, he was like, "Lion Estates, are these homes built?" And he was like interacting with people. Then he like moves
Yes.
into the courthouse square and he like sees Lorraine for the first time. It's like Calvin Klein, the
Yeah.
whole thing. And then
Yeah, it's
you
good.
see
Yeah.
George getting like harassed by Biff and the gang, and they steal his lunch money.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
then the whole dance sequence, and then they actually do they do projection mapping on the courthouse itself
Yeah.
for the finale sequence of the movie, and you see I I thought we would somehow see a practical lightning effect actually strike the courthouse. No, they just shoot off like a firework or something
Firework.
like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you don't see the bolt of lightning, but you see the explosion and you see the electricity travel down the cable.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty
It's
good.
pretty cool. And like you said, Mike, it is at the actual place that they really did it,
Yeah.
and that makes all the difference.
Yeah. So I am now thinking like if they're gonna do this,
Mhm.
it's almost worth the trip out there to just see it because I have wanted to see Courthouse Square all my life. Ever
Yeah,
since seeing Back to the Future, and I don't want to just see it from the tram. I
right.
want to actually walk around, and here's an opportunity to like
Mhm.
walk around like at your own pace. Like
Yep.
they're not going to hurry you out. You could do whatever you want. You walk around that whole place. So that to me is worth the cost of admission right there.
Very cool. Very
Yeah,
cool.
very great, very great. I mean, we could do a whole show just on that. How great it was. So, but check out YouTube videos. There's a whole bunch of them.
Mhm.
Here's kind of an interesting story. This doesn't bother me, but it's bothering some people. At Tokyo Disneyland, they're talking about making some big changes to Adventureland. And they're talking about possibly removing the Jungle Cruise and the Tree House and maybe some other things, but replacing it with, and this is where things get a little weird, maybe Up and the Incredibles. And so is that Adventureland anymore if you're going to put those type of characters in there? I don't know, but that is something that's being talked about at Tokyo Disneyland. And to me, like people are like, wait, how could you do that? Those were Walt original, but like
This
changing it at Disneyland would be one thing. Changing
uh-huh.
it at Walt Disney World would be another thing. But at Tokyo Disneyland, they might have a better perspective of what the crowds there want and what the culture there wants. And so maybe they're like, hey, people really want to see Up and The Incredibles and Moana. Like that's going to work a lot better. I don't know
Is
what you
it
think.
is the problem that it's called Tokyo Disneyland? If it was called Tokyo Disney Place, you wouldn't be as offended
True, probably
about
so.
getting rid
Probably,
of the
yeah,
classics,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And you would be fine with them updating it for being whatever Disney is right now. The fact that it's called Disneyland, I
yeah.
think, is what gets people upset. Disneyland in California is sacred
Yes,
to fans of Disney. If you mess with Epcot and you mess with Animal Kingdom and you mess with, people don't mind as much. But if you
right.
mess with Disneyland, they get upset.
Yeah,
So Tokyo Disney, maybe drop the land out of your name, and that
yeah,
would make people okay.
yeah. And I find it funny that the influencers I see are all American and they're throwing a fit over it. But like, how often do any of those people get to Tokyo Disneyland anyway? It's like you're not going to go there and visit. Like
Right.
you should be worrying about your parks here in the states and like,
But
hey,
I'm as a Disney fan, I'm still getting upset because it's a Disneyland.
yeah, like I saw somebody say like they're talking about maybe getting rid of the train that goes around the park, and somebody said, well, that's a tribute to Walt. He loved those trains, and if you take that out, you're taking the Disney out of Disneyland. Which I can see that. I can agree with that. But to me, it's like the sacred place is Disneyland itself in
Right.
California. Like
Exactly.
if they started talking about taking out the treehouse, taking out the Jungle Cruise, then you start going,
Well,
what is
they're talking about it, aren't they?
who knows what, then they're losing their way. But I don't know. This didn't bother me that much when I heard it because it's like, if they want to make something different. And plus, the way I see it, you don't want to go to Tokyo Disneyland and have the exact same experience that you have in California or Florida. Like going there and seeing their take on something and making it different is part of the fun of traveling. So to me, it doesn't matter. It's all good.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. That's fine. That's fine.
Next story: Cedar Point opens this weekend. If you're listening, what is it going to be like? I guess the first weekend in May.
Yep.
Top Thrill 2 is testing. I didn't want to say this because probably by the time people hear this episode, it's already going to be done. But as of we are recording, they were still waiting state certification for Top Thrill 2. But it's testing, and I saw some video of it. It looked to be running pretty reliably. So, what do you think about this, EB? Like, they've got to get it right for this season, right? There cannot be downtime for this ride this season.
Yeah, and Tony Clark did say, I mean, I'm looking at it right now. He says the inspection of Top Thrill 2 is a multi-day process, and we anticipate it will be licensed before the park opens.
Yeah.
So he's saying it's gonna be open. Now it's only 1 year too late.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yes, it has to be fixed. It has to be up and running. If somehow it fails again, I don't know how they recover from this, but I
No.
can only
Yeah.
imagine that they figured it out. They've had a whole year.
Yes. Yeah.
Mike, I feel like you and me and a set of tools could figure this thing out and fixed it in a
Figure it out.
year,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
right? I can only
Yeah.
imagine that they have figured it out in a year.
They have to. They have to. It cannot have another season of downtime. I
No.
can't even imagine how do you recover from that? But how do you explain that when you've got had a whole year to get it right? So, and Zamperla
We'll
too.
see.
Zamperla needs to get it right. They can't if they want to sell more of these and even talk about like retrofitting similar rides.
Mhm.
They've got to get
Mhm.
it right. So, I'm assuming they figured out what was going wrong last year, and we'll see. It's going to be really interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that ride works.
Yep.
One last one. This was kind of a surprise because Volcano Bay at Universal Orlando has always been, up until Epic Universe, they always said it was our third theme park. Is something they were always saying like, yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
the
like
third
Islands
gate.
of Adventure. It's
Uh-huh.
just like Universal Studios Florida. They're going to do what Disney does. They're going to shut it down for 5 months during the off season. I think from October when was that? Like October through March? Is that what it was? I have to go back and look at this real quick. But like I know for 5 months during the off season here.
Yep,
Um,
October 26th through March 24th.
yeah. But then the surprising part of the announcement, I mean, because you can see that happening, and like probably a lot of people don't head there during that time anyway.
Well, it gets down into the 60s. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. But the Tapu Tapu virtual um line system that they have there is going away. And that was something that
Yes.
they celebrated when the park opened, that it was this big thing. that allowed people, like, you'd come into the park, they would give you this Tapu Tapu bracelet.
The waterproof Swatch watch,
Yeah, yeah. And
which
it
is basically what it is, right?
Yeah, and it would allow guests to wait in the attraction lines virtually, but also you could interact with elements throughout the park with this Tapu Tapu thing. So it's weird to say that it's not going to be available after October 1st of 2025. That's it when it was so important to the park's opening and to the whole experience. It's
Well,
weird.
I don't know the technology behind it, but it seems like the Tapu Tapu, which is this again, this like silicone wristband that you touch to things and make stuff happen. Isn't this kind of what we've seen at Super Nintendo World? Isn't this what we've seen at the new Epic Universe? That you
Yeah,
tap it and it does stuff? Was Tapu Tapu version 1? And
maybe.
then at the Universal parks that we've seen open up, this is version 2. It's time to retire version 1.
Yeah, yeah. So,
Maybe, but yeah, this is no big loss to anybody, right? I went down to Universal. I didn't even consider going to Volcano Bay.
yeah.
Nobody thinks about going to the water park. I think when they go to Universal or when they go to Disney, for that matter,
Mm, mm.
if you're going to one of those parks, there's a reason they weren't on the Universal or the USA Today 10 best parks, is because they are in a class of themselves.
Yeah,
Universal and Disney. Why would you go to the water park?
yeah.
I have
Y-
no idea why these even exist.
You know what's weird though? Is it Cabana Bay where a lot of the rooms have a view of the volcano? Like that's gonna
Yes.
be weird when you
Uh-huh.
go
Oh,
there and
empty.
it's empty. Yeah, it's like, or are they gonna at least turn the lights on, or because
To make it look pretty?
yeah, at
Or is
least to
it just
look
gonna
nice.
be like these empty concrete pools and you're
Yeah,
looking out there paying a premium price for your
yeah,
room looking out at the empty Volcano Bay?
yeah. Because I wonder if I paid money for a view of that and then I'm not seeing much, would I be kind of bummed?
I wanted to look at teenagers in their swimsuits, and I'm not getting what I wanted. How dare you, sir?
I'm sure.
I
I'm
wanted to
sure.
tapu tapu.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. He wants to tapu it.
Yikes.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
right,
exactly. There we
let's
go.
move on. I think that's the news, Mike. After the break, we've got a mailbag to open. We got some trip reports. But, Mike, the big thing after the break, the ultimate is right around the corner on this episode of Coaster Radio.
This is Coaster Radio.
All right, you need a break? Or are you good?
No, I'm good.
All right, here we go. Coming right back. Welcome back, everybody, to the original theme park podcast. You are listening to Coaster Radio. My name is Mike, sitting across from EB, having a good time talking theme parks and thrill rides. We've got a little more to go, but man, I'm getting excited because we're just minutes away from our latest game show, the 20th anniversary game show, specific to this year. We call it the Ultimate.
The year-long The Ultimate game show. Mike, that's maybe my new favorite way of interacting with the audience, because they're here live with us, live.coaster radio, Wednesday nights at 9 p.m. to play the game. But it's not my favorite way to interact with the audience, Mike. My favorite way to interact with the audience is the Coaster Radio mailbag.
When the packages start to flow, Mike and EB say hello. Sending letters to the show, don't you wait. Oh, it's mailbag time, hooray. Join the fun, let's hear what you say.
Oh, yeah.
Oh man, that song is long, isn't it? Okay. I got a flat pack here, Mike. I'm opening it.
Oh, good. Please do.
And again, if you watch on YouTube, you can actually see this happening. So people have complained
Yes.
about, oh, we want to see what's in the mailbag. Well, go to YouTube, find Coaster Radio. You can watch this episode. We are doing every episode on YouTube podcasts and on the Coaster Radio YouTube channel. Mike, this is a flat pack. It's got. Oh, I know what this is.
Oh, I'm
This
excited.
was the Coaster Radio Discord, of course, is where you can interact with me and Mike and all the listeners of Coaster Radio and talk about the show. Somebody was messaging me that they were sending this in the mail. I think it was Ed. Ed, your Coaster Radio temporary tattoos have arrived.
Oh, there we go.
Many
Nice.
sheets, Mike, of temporary tattoos that are the Coaster Radio logo by Kyle Lindner. Thank you. This is fantastic. I don't know. Do I need to cut one of these out and stick it on my face right now? I don't know.
Right in your
I
forehead.
am gonna.
Yeah.
These are sheets. These are the Coaster Radio logo. They're like 2 inches by 2 inches square. I'm cutting it out because
Look
I
at
have
those.
scissors right here
Yeah.
with me.
Okay.
And
Are
Mike,
these
we
the
don't have
kind
to
where
stick.
you put it on your skin and then put water on it? And it
Yes. So I guess you have to peel off the back. These are gonna go to the Snail Mail Club. If you don't know about the Snail Mail Club, Coaster Radio listeners, go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. Support the show, pledge $1, $5, $10, whatever you think the show's worth. At the $10 pledge level, you're in the Snail Mail Club where I send you stuff in the mail whenever I feel like it. And Mike, I just got a whole bunch of temporary tattoos so I can go out to the Snail Mail Club. So go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. I'm taking this temporary tattoo. I'm peeling off the back. And I don't want to take too much time. This show's already too long. It's sticky. Should I put this on my hand or I put this right on my forehead and go to work tomorrow, Mike? I don't know. I'll break the
and
continuity of the show.
I'm thinking about these temporary tattoos, and I think it's something you
sticking it
could
on my
wear
hand.
to the park. Like I think people could wear these to the
That
park.
could be like a contest. All right, so I
Yeah.
stuck it on my hand,
Yep.
and
you're
I'm
gonna
gonna put a wet. I've got
see. This is
this.
perfect for the YouTube, man. I like this. Yeah, this is what
So
people want.
I got it. Yep, I had my drink of water here, and I just went ahead and put this napkin I had in the water, and I'm getting it wet. You push it down on your hand, hold it. This is temporary tattoos like when you're a kid, Mike.
Yeah, but your hand's not itching, right? It's feeling good. It's like
Ed, you sent us something. No, horrible. Oh my gosh. No, I'm poisoned. Peel it off. And again, if you watch this live, you can see it. And Mike, wow, that is.
yeah. Hold it right up. Hold it. If we're watching it on the YouTube, hold it right up in front of the mic there.
Are you seeing this?
Come over a little bit more. So, oh wait, a little bit more. Like
there's
all
a
the way over.
delay. I can't see it. Oh, hold on.
Yeah, because I don't know if you're seeing it. Like both of us are on the screen, so you got to like kind of move it all the way over. There it is. Yes, I see it. Very nice. Yeah,
good.
Yes, very good. I think this is something that people should take to the parks with them and put it on your forearm. And while you're in the line, somebody says, "What type of tattoo is that?" Tell them about Coaster Radio.
You tell them about Coaster Radio. So yeah, P.O. Box 3399, Bloomington, Indiana 47402. That is where you can send stuff right to me and Mike here at the podcast. We'll open it right here on the Coaster Radio podcast. Yeah, this is fantastic. Go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. Find out about perks, bonus content, and that Discord and the birthday club, the Snail Mail Club, the whole thing.
I love
Patreon.com/Coaster Radio. This is great. Ed, thank you, and thank you for your patience as it took a little while there to actually make this happen.
Cool stuff. So, look at that, man. I like
awesome. Thanks, Ed.
I love it. All right, we are going to get ready for the ultimate in just a couple minutes, but first, we really want to have a commitment to playing your trip reports this year. I love hearing from people at the parks, man. It's kind of been a long time thing here at Coaster Radio. It's fun to hear audio from the parks. People getting a chance to get inside Epic Universe now, EB. Like a lot of people getting in there for that preview before the park opens.
Yeah.
I think this is one of our first Epic Universe trip reports. I don't think we've gotten one yet. So this is the first, probably the first of many. And let's hear what this listener has to say about their day at Universal's newest park.
Coaster Radio, it's Brian from Buffalo reporting live from a preview at Epic Universe. And I have to tell you, this place is immaculate. I've got to say, I can't imagine what it's going to do once people get in here and litter and put trash and gum everywhere. But right now, my God, it's gorgeous. I got in this morning as a guest at Helios. So we got the early access, got right in, did Nintendo first. Donkey Kong, a little underwhelming, but themed amazing. The star of the show here is the racing coaster. Starcross Racer is just awesome. I'd say as good as Velocicoaster. If not, they're very close. So far, haven't had luck with the Harry Potter virtual queue. It seems to be very finicky, very tricky. Pops up that it's available, but then just like Ticketmaster, it's gone once you click confirm. So there's one more drop today at 6 o'clock. I'm going to try it one last time. Hopefully we'll get it. Anyway, Coaster Radio, I look forward to hearing all about people's experiences here at Epic Universe. But man, it is just potential fully realized, and it's gorgeous. I just hope it stays that way, and more importantly, I'm happy I don't have to come back within the next 2 years because It's going to be nuts here. Hey, have a great day, guys. Thanks for all you do. Congrats on 20
cool.
years.
All right, thank you so much.
Yeah.
Very fantastic trip report. I'm envious of all the people who are getting to see this park right now. I mean, they're seeing it at the best it will ever be. You know, like in terms of just being fresh and brand new and everything. Like later on, things will
Staff is
be
enthusiastic.
Yes,
Everything's
exactly.
working. Yeah.
Yes. Later on, things will be refurbished at different schedules and stuff. But right now, everything is at its peak. I hope they figure out the virtual queue stuff because that seems to be the only frustration right now at Epic Universe that I'm hearing. But man, oh man, it looks like a fantastic.
I have
park,
not
and-
seen, even without the queues not working, though, I have not seen the gigantic lines that we've seen in the past at Universal. You know,
right.
like when they opened Harry Potter and we were reading about, 5-hour long waits and things. I
Mhm.
don't think I've seen much about waits beyond 45 minutes or so.
Yeah,
Not a
yeah.
lot, not a lot of long waits. So that's a great trip report. Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's,
it'll be-
and like you said, let's keep them coming. Let's hear more trip reports from
Yes.
Epic Universe because a lot of listeners, including Mike and me, we're not going to get there anytime soon. So we need to hear from you.
Right, absolutely. Let's hear one more. I am interested in this because it's a trip report from Phoenix Rising at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay, and of course, that's a similar ride system to what is coming to Busch Gardens,
Oh, yes.
Williamsburg, with the new Big Bad Wolf. So I'm curious to hear what everybody thinks of this ride.
Hey, Mike and EB, it's Karen,
Jessa, Michaela,
and Lily, and we just got off Phoenix Rising at Busch Gardens, Tampa Bay.
Mm.
I thought it was scary at the start, but then it ended up being like super fun.
And what about you, Jay?
Crying turned to screams of fear turned to laughter. So you know the system works.
I like it.
System works. Lil?
I felt like I was flying the whole time, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. It felt like I was flying the whole time. And if this is what the one in Williamsburg is going to be like, this is going to be awesome.
There we go.
Keep up the great work. We love you guys.
All right, thank you so much. So, how
and we
about
heard
that?
the ride there at the
Yeah.
end. Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's awesome. Thank you so much, girls. That's great.
Yeah, fantastic. So, all right, now I'm getting pumped for the one in Williamsburg. We'll see how it all goes. Yeah, can't wait to see what that's all about and how close they get it to the experience of the wolf. From back in the '80s. That should be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, the mailbag, a great way to interact with the show. The trip reports, we love it so much. Get the Coaster Radio app in the Apple App Store and send us your trip reports. You can also just record your voice on your phone and send it to us, feedback at Coaster Radio. That's a great way to interact with the show. But Mike, our game shows, I think that's the best way. That's the favorite way that you and I have of interacting with the listeners.
Oh, yeah. It's
Let's go.
open to everybody. Let's do
do
it.
it.
Let's get excited for our favorite game show of season 20. All right. And then I've got the sound effect and all that goes through. So now we just close it out. Here we go. Yeah, man. So that had some drama there at the end. I was thinking maybe somebody would get that last question right, but everybody got it wrong. I guess that we never really went into detail about ages and stuff like that. So it was a pure guess, but yeah, man, at the end there, it's all about how many points you wager. It's pretty good.
Yeah, this is great. And I feel like it's good. We talked about this, I think, in round 1 of the Ultimate, about how that was kind of a learning experience for everyone. I feel like people employed some strategy, maybe. I forgot all of mine here in round 2, but we have round 3, 4, and 5 still to come in season 20 of Coaster Radio, culminating, of course, to the final round where we do actually crown the Ultimate at the end of season 20 of Coaster Radio. So yeah, stick with us, everybody. Live.Coaster Radio every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. The game is going to be game.coasterradio. That's in 2 weeks. We'll let you know. Join the email list. Go to coasterradio.com. There's links. There's all sorts of ways to support the show with those links, but also the links to go and join the email list and to find all of our social media so you can stay in touch and be aware of this. Because Mike, I think that was something that happened tonight. Was we were here live at Coaster Radio and we didn't have as many people as we wanted. And it was like, why aren't these people paying attention to us on social media? Why aren't these people on the email list? We're sending out the notices. We're sending out the alerts. They got to get in the game if they want to win the big prize, if they want to be the ultimate. So do go to Coaster Radio, click all the links, follow us at Coaster Radio on all the socials, and join the email list. Do it right now, coasterradio.com.
Yeah, because even some of the people who played the game tonight got a clue to help them with the game to get more points
Yep.
from that mailing list. So you really want to follow us on all these areas. We're also really working to put more media out. So we talked about YouTube, but also there's a lot of fun clips from the show that are on Instagram. We've been
I've
putting
been
those
loving
out.
the Instagram these last few weeks.
Yeah. So we've really been doing that, like these 30 and 60-second clips of the best moments from each show. So like follow us there and, like it if you can. I hate saying like and subscribe. I hear everybody say that, but
Smash that bell, Mike.
yeah, I don't want all that stuff. But yeah, it does help. It does help get it out to new people, and new people are finding the show through social media, and that's helping us out. So we appreciate that. It's a lot of
Yeah,
fun. Yeah,
absolutely.
So
Let's see. Yeah.
next couple weeks here, we've got some good shows. So next week we are talking Epic Universe with Seth Kubersky, who wrote the unofficial guide to Universal Orlando. So that's going to be a lot of fun. The week after that is our anniversary show, and we are looking for you guys to help us out. Send in one of those voicemails with you talking about one of your favorite moments from the show. And that's what we will use to then play back some of these great moments. So, but we need you guys to be the ones to actually request them. We don't want to say, like, oh, here's one of our favorite moments. We want to hear from you guys. It's your show. You are the reason the show exists. So we want to hear your favorite moments from the past 20 years of shows.
Yeah, and we mentioned the Coaster Radio Discord that you can be a part of if you go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio. On the Discord, there's a channel for the 20th season of Coaster Radio. Matt, the archivist, has been sharing his favorite moments. Lots of great favorite moments, but we don't want you to just type out what your favorite moment is. We need to hear your voice. It's an audio podcast. So send in a voice recording of your favorite moment, feedback@coasterradio.com. That's how you get that moment on the actual episode of Coaster Radio, where we celebrate 20 years of this podcast.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. So thank you guys so much for being here. Thanks for participating in the game show. Thanks for all that you do. Like we appreciate all the help that people give. There are a lot of different ways to help. One of the easiest ways, of course, is just to tell your friends about the show. I mean, if you love theme parks and thrill rides, odds are a lot of your friends do as well. So let them know about the show. If you're looking for free ways to help us, I mean, all of you guys do shopping at Amazon. One way that you can help us and keep the show kind of moving and help us pay for expenses is when you do have to do that shopping at Amazon, go to coasterradio.com first. There's a link at the top that will take you to Amazon. Once you're there, you can just shop like normal. It doesn't cost you anything, but a small percentage of whatever you spend gets kicked back to Coaster Radio. So that's a great way just to help us pay for web hosting and equipment and that type of thing. But if you want to take it a step further, here's how you can do that. You can go to patreon.com/Coaster Radio, like EB talked about earlier in the show. A ton of perks, a ton of bonus content. But most importantly, you get into that Coaster Radio Discord where a lot of great discussions are happening.
That's right. And there's perks and bonus content at every pledge level. The $20 pledge level gets your name read at the end of the podcast. Let's say thanks to Alex Payne, Ashton Rowe, Brian Wackler, Chris Rankin, Cincinnati Nick the Sweatshirt Guy, our friends at Club Z, the two bearded coaster Chris's, CM Venom, Colton Toms, Dino, Grace, John Brody, John Brown, Josh Combs, and Justin Padilla.
Also, Karen and Lee Halloran, Kevin Wilson, Kyle Kiefer, our friends at Made to Thrill, Matt Walker, Michael Foucault, Nick from Paris, Paolo de los Reyes, Rich Barber, Rick Burnley, Tom from Louisville, and Zachary Carpenter.
Yes, and a special thanks. We mentioned him earlier. Kyle from Lindner Design Company, specializing in branding, illustration, and small batch custom apparel. You can find them at Instagram at Lindner Design. That's our friend Kyle. He made the logo for the CoasterRadio.com 20th season of Coaster Radio. Mike, the ultimate is so much fun. What a great way to celebrate the season. In 2 months, we're going to do it all again, the next qualifying round. So make sure you pay attention, everybody. Join us every week, live.coasterradio.com, Wednesday nights, 9 p.m. Eastern, and watch this episode on YouTube. You just listened to this episode. Why not listen to it again?
Sure.
But watch it.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just listen to it and it's like, you know what? I'm in my car sitting in the parking lot, couldn't even get out of the car, even though I got here 10 minutes ago.
Yes.
Had to wait for the end of the podcast.
Yeah.
Now turn the podcast off, walk into your office, make a cup of coffee, and then close your door.
Yeah.
To your office because you're in a meeting.
Yeah.
And you're watching YouTube.
Exactly.
It's the CoasterRadio.com YouTube channel. Find us.
Just watch it. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the episodes from this season, you can just see me and EB sitting here talking into microphones.
Mhm.
It's fantastic television. It really is.
Or even better, actually in a meeting watch an episode of Coaster Radio.
Yeah.
Like if you have your laptop there and you're pretending to be like, I'm so busy, I'm working while I'm in this meeting with you, but you're
Yes.
actually watching Coaster
Yeah,
Radio.
exactly.
One earbud, Mike.
Yes,
Not
just
two
one.
earbuds, just
No,
the
no.
one because
Just the
you're so
one.
cool. Like
Yeah.
the jackasses who had the Bluetooth in their ear in the 2000s.
Yes.
Now it's just the one AirPod.
Yeah.
That's the power move right
Yeah.
now.
It's
Watch Coaster Radio with one AirPod in a meeting at work.
yeah.
That's
like
what
the
I
ones
want.
I've got on right now, EB. Look at this. I mean, yeah, you just put those in.
Just one.
But one. See, you take this one out. Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you're just like,
Yeah.
hey man.
Yeah, just one.
Hey man.
I could only give you half of my attention. Sorry.
I'm very busy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Everybody have a great week.
Yeah.
Get out there to the parks. That's the fun, man. We're in that time of year, right, man? It's time to get out to the parks. Time to have some fun.
This is it. We want to hear from you all those ways. Feedback at Coaster Radio. Go to coasterradio.com. We want to hear from you. Thanks, everybody.
Perfect.
Great.
Great. Guys, have a great week. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to go ahead and shut down and shut off the webcast and lock everything down. So have a great week, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. All right.
That was fun. Good.
Beautiful.
Cool, man.
I sent